Welcome back. I'm Josh, your host, and this is Don't Mind If We Drink. To my left, we got Marshall as a guest.
Hey.
Big guy, known for a long time, very cool. Then to my right, we have Dylan, known for a long time. I think we all met in school, probably, right? Or just because.
Yeah, I think it was school. I think I met
can't
both you guys
remember
middle school.
before, but I remember you choking me out in middle school. We
Dude.
were fucking around. I think you were impressing a girl that we were with.
Yeah, probably.
And he was like, I can get you in a rear naked. And I was like, yeah, but I bet you I can put my chin down, dude. Next thing you know, I'm sleeping. You know what I mean?
I think, honestly, Josh, I think I got to know you through, like, Zach and, like, through you guys BMXing and, like, riding bikes across town and just general riff-raff shit we shouldn't have been doing with you guys.
Right.
I think that's how we kind of got introduced.
I'd say those were the golden era.
Yeah, those were the golden days, for real.
Then we all went to high school and went to our own separate, basically, lives. Like, we decided to do different
Now we're all parents.
things. Yeah. we're
Yeah, all parents now. That's crazy.
But
I
there was
never
a
would've
big
thought I
time
would've
you
been.
weren't. I don't think I've seen you in about 5 years.
Yeah, at least 5 years. Ended up moving out of Baker. Got tired of being around here. Same shit. I mean, pretty much the same few places to work here. I mean, there's not a lot to choose from.
Not a lot of opportunities.
No, not a lot of opportunities. The pay is pretty limited.
Mm.
I mean, unless you're set into a career, things are pretty set here for pay. So I decided to get out of here. We had one kid so far. Decided to get out of here, go to the Portland area. Kirsten, my girlfriend, she has some family down there, so we decided to get out and go down there. And I ended up getting a job when I got down there and working at Spud Monkey's, a restaurant, a little dive bar. Cool little place. Definitely lots of weird people.
Did they serve monkey?
No. Definitely did not serve monkey,
Can you
but
imagine? We got monkey brain. Who wants some?
they
What
did
the fuck, man?
they were serving up the cooks though, that's for sure. They had the cooks doing the dishes, the prep, cooking. It was shit. So I decided to end up being a stay-at-home parent for a little while, and ended up seeing that security was something that, was kind of interesting, paid pretty decent. Ended up getting into that. And
How long ago was this?
This was probably 5-6 years ago. So decent. I mean, it's been a while.
What was your first gig like?
So my first gig, actually, it was funny. I was down at a Denny's at this place called Mall 205. So it's right down off the freeway. There's like a Home Depot. There's like restaurants. There's a bunch of strip clubs.
Super ghetto.
Just super ghetto area. I mean, there's really messed up shit that goes on around there. And I get my first little gigs down there at Denny's, just watching the door, making sure nobody's getting crazy, going back and checking IDs because they have like a little gambling area in the back. And it was funny. So my first night, it gets about 2:30, like 2:30 in the morning. All of a sudden, people start pouring in. I've got people talking shit to me, the regular shit that security gets. Rent a cop, rent a pig. Fucking people making like Friday after next quotes. The top flight security of the world, Craig. Just all. And people would say it every fucking day, so you get used to it. But
And you're unarmed.
yeah, and I'm unarmed. I've got nothing. I mean, not even no pepper spray, no baton, just these hands. Which, I mean, considering how many people were in there, they would have fucking lumped me up and no problem.
I doubt there's a lot of people going in there by themselves.
No, you're going in there with somebody if you're there that late at night. But no, it was funny because like the wait staff started acting funny, just getting kind of weird, and I noticed some of the guys on one of the far sides of the restaurant just kind of like shuffling around, acting weird. Like things were definitely getting tense, and you could see there was like opposing affiliation. And so I'm like, oh boy. Something's going down here. There's some gang.
Did you have training?
So I did the general like DPSST training, which for unarmed is, if I remember right, it's like a 8-hour class in total, if that.
They just teach you how to like solve situations?
Pretty much the only thing you're really trained to do by them, if like your company doesn't train you, is pretty much to observe and report. Like literally what the typical security is supposed to do, just observe and report. Like
so kind of like a CO. So
what do you mean by a CO? Like a corrections officer?
Yeah, so like when they do that,
I mean, I would say they train COs more hands-on to like prepare you for actual physical violence.
Right.
When it comes to security, they're literally like, you back up, you get out of there, you write that shit down. Like,
you fucking run.
Right.
Dude.
We're not training you or paying you to get your fucking ass kicked out here, which like honestly at the point in time when I got in there, like, and where I was working, I really shouldn't have been doing anything other than observing and reporting. I shouldn't have been saying shit to nobody. Like, if people could have been committing the worst fucking crimes I've ever seen, and I should have literally just shut my fucking mouth and not said a goddamn thing.
Turn around and write it down.
Yeah, just turn it around and write it down. But of course, me being a dumbass that I am, fucking decides to say shit to everyone. But anyway, so no, these guys are beefing. You can tell they're definitely from different, different cliques,
Yeah, let's go.
gangs, whatever you want to say. Well, they end up getting up out of their booths, and they're like up in each other's faces. And one of the waitresses just like screams at them, tells them to get out. So these guys get out, they go out front, and the one guy's got a girl with him, and they hop in her car. And the one dude's kind of like shuffling around in the glove box, and I'm like, oh boy.
Fuck, looking for that handgun.
Yeah, he was looking for a handgun. And he ends up pulling out a fucking pistol. I honestly, to be completely honest, if I'm remembering right, it was a fucking High Point. And it had like a High Point,
cheapest fucking,
literally the cheapest fucking handgun you can get, the least reliable, and it had like some sort of like gangster like money symbols and shit on it.
Of course.
I'm like, oh boy.
he fucking bedazzled it, bro.
Oh yeah, he bedazzled that shit. He wanted to fucking go out in style. Anyways, he fucking pulls his gun out, and there's like the other dude talking shit to him, and his little homies that are with him. There's like two of them, and the dude that's in the car with his girl pulls his gun out, shoves it in the other dude's face. He's like, I'll fucking kill you. They're like going at it, going all crazy. The dude and his girlfriend end up speeding off, right? And I'm like,
the guy with the gun?
Yeah, the guy with the gun and his girlfriend. They end up speeding off. And so I'm standing there with the guy and his little clique, the guy that got the gun pulled on him, and I'm standing there with him, and he turns and looks at me, and he's like, what the fuck, dude? He's like, why the fuck didn't you get in front of me and the gun?
Fuck you, man.
I was like, dude, are you fucking for real with me right now? I'm like, do you see a gun? Do you see a fucking a pair of cuffs, pepper spray, fucking anything on me? A bulletproof vest at that? And he's like, I don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck. I want to know who your fucking your head person is. Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Go in there and talk to the manager.
No, well, I mean, I was just contracted to them, so I'm like, I'll give you my head person's number.
Who are you working under? It's just
So,
like a security.
It was I'm not gonna name names because I don't want to like defame any companies or anything, but
Right.
It's just a private security company out of Portland. They hire probably like at the time it was probably like a little over 100 people. They have armed and unarmed, and they had people that were like on a kind of assignment called patrol, which is something that I ended up moving up to. And literally all you do all night is you drive around in like a fucking Crown Vic that's got like a computer, and you do reports. You go from like site to site to like all these crazy ass Section 8 apartments and stuff. It's got like fucking puke all over the walls. You'll walk in, there's like needles stabbed into the fucking drywall. Like people OD'd in the fucking staircases and shit. I'm like, dude, I literally had lived in Baker my whole life. I mean, if anybody doesn't know where Baker City is or, the size of it, it's a tiny town in Eastern Oregon. And there's probably, I would say about 10,000 people here.
There's 9,982, I believe.
Yeah, so it's not very big.
Tiny.
So me going from here, like, not saying I didn't see anything crazy here in Baker, but like going from being just kind of a quiet Baker, doing just normal jobs here, not too exciting, to going to just straight out people pulling guns on each other, no fucking gun on me, nothing to protect me. Like people, like in Denny's, people would fucking shoot up in the bathrooms. I'd have to go in there. They'd be like, hey, can you go clean this guy up? I'm like, what do you mean clean this guy up? This is my first time ever hearing them say that. And they don't want to they don't want to be too graphic about it because there's people in there eating. And I'm like, clean him up. Okay. So I go in there. Look, one of the stalls open, other stall's locked. Seems pretty unresponsive. So I knock on the door. Hey, security. Security. Is everything okay? Security. Heard nothing. So I end up kicking the fucking door.
They high as fuck sleeping type
Dude's
shit.
fucking nodded off. Heroin fucking just junkie, just straight up shooting up, needle in his arm, fucking hunched over. I'm like, dude, hey, you gotta get up. Time to get up. Finally, dude gets up. Fucking, what's going on, man? It's time for you to go. Like, what are you doing? Oh, nothing, man. I just needed a place to come and crash.
A needle still in his arm?
Yeah. I'm like, this is not your place to crash. This is Denny's, sir. This is fucking Denny's. There's people in here eating breakfast.
This is your first day?
This is my first day. There's people doing this shit.
Guns in your face,
bro,
and people
guns in my
sleeping
face.
in the bathroom.
Some
with
dude
needles in
fucking
his
This
arm.
is all in the same day.
This is all on the same day.
Ah,
I had one person check up on me the whole time. that I was there. One of their patrol officers, and they're armed, and his name was Zach. Cool, super cool dude. Maybe stood like, I don't know, like he's like 5'6". Just a short,
It's like Zach.
yeah, just a short little guy. But actually, speaking of how short he is and everything, I'll have to bring this up sometime. I've got a video of him dragging some motherfucker off a property, off of I think it was like a 7-Eleven or a Jackson's. But anyways, he shows up to the fucking Denny's, and he checks on me that one time. It was after the whole gun thing, because I called them. I'm like, this is some fucked up shit. Like,
What do you guys got me signed up for?
right, like, what the fuck am I doing? I think at this time I was making maybe
Was
like...
your oldest alive at this point?
Yeah, my oldest was alive. My oldest was probably like 8 months
You
at
went
this
to
time.
Portland with your oldest.
Yeah, we moved over there.
Dominus was born here?
Yeah, Dominus
didn't
was
know
born
that.
here. He was born here at the Baker Hospital. And then all my other children were born there in Gresham.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you were literally around Baker when I was doing drugs.
What was the time frame?
It was 5 years ago.
Yeah, dude. What, 2016?
So I pretty much no, I was here then when like full
We
blown
just
then
didn't
because
really like.
We were just fucking...
Have
well, because
contact.
the last thing I was doing here was working at the truck wash that was over here by like
Subway.
by
Dude,
like
that's
Subway
so
and stuff.
ironic because I think that was the first job I got after I got clean.
Oh no.
I think so.
Yeah,
Oh no, that was the second job.
did they still have U-Hauls and shit there?
We did ODOT and like truckers.
Well, because like we ended up getting U-Hauls in there. I ended up managing that shit. That shit sucked. But I know what you're talking about, the ODOT trucks.
Like where Patrick worked.
Yeah.
Didn't
I
you
worked
get
with Patrick.
And
yeah.
Juan?
job up there?
No, Patrick got me the job,
Oh, okay.
and then I started doing like the U-Haul stuff and washing trucks with him and Juan. Dude, fuck, we used to get so fucked up in there.
Bro, they were telling me like the old I don't know if there was an old manager or just an old person that worked there would always have coke.
What?
Dude, yeah, they would go to the detail room and he would have like 17 lines.
The dude just got a bunch of fucking nose candy laid out. What
Yeah.
the fuck?
Speaking on the topic though, real quick, I got a buddy, Colton, and his brother,
Fucking
which
cold.
I'm gonna leave nameless. You know Colton Fichek?
Yeah.
But dude, I was like face calling him one day, and he's like, "You want to see something real cool?" I'm like, "Yeah, let's see it." And dude, they had this fucking. It was like a like something you would roll joints on, but it was for coke. The thing had lines in it, so you would just pour your coke on it.
That's
It was
kinda
just straight
sick,
design, so you can just sloof it off.
So you would just spread it, so and it hit the lines and get in there.
What the
I was
fuck?
like freaking out on the phone. I'm like, dude,
It's a
I
cocaine
just sell
washboard.
coke. I've never even fucking seen shit like that.
You know what
I was like,
always
dude,
wanted to do?
that's the coolest fucking thing I've seen all day.
That's
When I was starting
period.
drugs, I always wanted one of those like vacuum necklaces that you just like put up to your nose.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Oh, right, yeah.
It only
You're
let
right.
you snuff so much.
Yeah.
Well, dude,
Yeah.
that's like that movie Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah.
The one dude, they're like at the high-rise restaurant, and he's sitting there, and he's just got the little like it's like a little barrel, and he's got like a little shovel. Yeah. Yeah.
Those
Michael
are rookie
McConaughey?
numbers. Yeah.
Yeah, Matthew McConaughey.
Those are
Matthew.
rookie numbers. You need to pump them up.
All right.
Dude, he's a very good actor.
Oh, dude,
that
he's
Mud
one of the
movie-
best for sure.
Dude, it's just crazy to me when actors lose like all their healthiness.
What
to
are you
their
talking about,
body.
Mud?
He did a movie called Mud. I'm pretty sure. Matthew McConaughey.
I don't think I've seen that one. What's Mud? Like, what's that about?
I don't really remember the premise, but just like I remember seeing him in his body and like his conditioning.
Oh no, yeah, it's the one about AIDS.
Is it?
Oh, where he gets super fucking skinny,
Yeah.
loses all that weight and
Christian
shit.
Bale
he starts
did the
selling
same
the
shit.
pill.
Oh, the like pill to like help cure the like
yeah, which
AIDS
is
virus.
like $800 a pill. I think.
Right, it's like insanely. He like helps knock the price down and
Yeah.
shit. Oh, okay. I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Right, but
he
go
has
on.
like a girlfriend, a wife, and a boyfriend.
Something
I
crazy
haven't
like that.
seen it. I just like briefly
But
know
also,
of it. But
I don't know the movie with Christian Bale, but like right after the Batman movies, he did another movie, and all he was doing was drinking water and eating bread. This dude was like,
so wait, are you talking about Matthew or
but what?
Christian Bale now?
Yeah, Christian
It's
Bale.
the
I'm just
boxer.
saying
You're
how-
talking about the mechanic.
I'm just talking
think.
about how it's crazy how people can
It's the
literally
boxer, right?
ruin their bodies. I'm not sure what the movie is. ruin their bodies just for like an acting role.
Right? Yeah, for real. Seriously,
And
they'll
they do it
fucking.
like in weird ways.
Yeah, that's what I'm
You
saying.
know they got those crazy pills.
Well,
like those rich
and they're
people.
they're doing it safe though, because they've got a
They're being
doctor that's with them the
watched.
whole time. They're being monitored
Oh,
by healthcare.
it's
if you
safe,
want to
but
call that
without being
safe.
safe.
Well,
yeah.
like I mean, not necessarily safe, but as
Get
safe as you can
OHP and you'll be doing the same thing.
be.
Just go there every day and it'll be free.
Right.
Just like, hey, how's my blood
How
pressure?
did we
this-
get here?
We'll go back.
Oh, that.
I think we're first day. You just got done shoving that dude, or trying to get that dude out of the bathroom. Fucking
No, I think you're getting confused. Zach was getting the guy off property, I think, is what you're getting confused. But yeah, I the gun got pulled because those gang members, which I don't know, I think that's what they were, were gang members, and then the guy shooting up in the fucking bathroom. And no, it was just it was a complete shit show. I mean, like that wasn't the only shit either. I'd have to go out into the parking lot and like monitor the cars that were out there. Like they had me doing pretty much like traffic stops almost, but unarmed. Like
and
stop.
you can't arrest anyone.
And I can't. Well,
you
no,
get
not
citations?
true. Not true.
Can you detain them?
So if they commit a felony and it's in like as a
So if that guy
so-
shot the gun,
so pretty much I'll put it this way. As
was-
a private security officer in the state of Oregon, I have the same arresting rights as you guys do as private citizens. So I can only make private arrests. It's just they school you to know better about how to make a private citizen arrest. Like, I mean, literally, you guys, if you saw somebody committing a felony, like out on the street somewhere, you could fucking go up and detain them and then call the cops and just like hold them there. And you wouldn't get in trouble for shit. As long as you don't take them anywhere, you're not like, oh, I'm going to fucking take this motherfucker to jail. Get in the car.
and you can't like hit them or anything.
No, well, no. You can use whatever force it takes to get them down to the ground. I mean, which it shouldn't take up to deadly force to get somebody down to the
Right.
ground. I mean, simple just fucking takedown should get them down and then hold them. But like, people do get out of control. I mean, some of the drug addicts and shit in Portland will fucking, dude, they'll pull needles on you, screwdrivers.
My question is, how is ODing in a Denny's bathroom not a felony?
It's not.
Well, you have to realize Portland decriminalized drugs
Oh, I
a
forgot
long
about
time ago.
But didn't
no,
they make,
well, no,
like,
no,
safe
no.
zones, too?
Portland,
Back
yeah.
then.
But Portland a long time ago decriminalized the shit. Long time ago. And then recently Oregon has like, oh yeah, we're gonna just decriminalize everything. Come on to Oregon. Free drugs for everybody. Come on,
Is that
come on
why the
down.
homeless
We might
is
as well
so
be
bad?
Canada.
I know. It's
were you
except it's
saying?
not free healthcare. It's
I
free
was
drugs.
saying, is that why the homeless in Oregon's so bad now?
Well, I mean, the homeless have been bad before that, but
I
that
wouldn't
just made
really-
it worse.
I wouldn't really blame drugs for like. I think homeless people do drugs because it's there.
But
But I don't.
Well, it
I don't
helps-
think.
So I don't know. I'll let you finish. I'm sorry.
I don't really think. I think drug addicts do eventually get homeless because they can't be functioning, like they can't
Oh, yeah,
get jobs
functioning
and shit.
drug
But
addict,
I think
yeah,
homeless
yeah.
people, I think that's basically a choice.
So what?
It's a
Yeah, it is a choice
lifestyle.
because like what I've run into with them on the streets is like I'll ask them, and I'm like, so like how'd you get here? Like what's going on? And most of them have some sort of fucking shitty situation. Like a lot of them, the sad thing in Portland and like I don't know if it's like Oregon in general, but a lot of them are veterans.
yeah, I've heard that actually.
Yeah, and they don't get the help that they need. They can't find a job that like serves them, in their needs. It doesn't make them feel fulfilled. And I don't know. It just
I feel like the citizens don't let them feel like.
no, yeah, that's totally.
Well, I don't know
what it is.
about you, but like
What?
I'm nervous to tell like a vet like thank you because I don't know like is that what do you want to be treated like a celebrity or do you just want to be like?
I mean, from what I understand, with like, so like I worked with a lot of the Navy when I did security, and like I don't know if that's something you guys want me to bring up now or later, but I
mean,
did
we're
a lot
talking
of.
about you, so yeah.
Okay, so like after I quit with Eclipse, I ended up working for there we go. Name drop the company.
Yeah.
So that doesn't really give a full name on anything, but anyways, it was just
There's a
Eclipse.
strip club in Idaho called Eclipse. So
Oh hey, there you go. It was a bunch of titties and fucking cocaine and
I've done drugs in the bathroom there.
there you go.
before.
There's actually a great brew pub in Portland called the Eclipse too.
Yeah, so
Oh,
you
really?
know what I mean. Eclipse
Oh
is
fuck,
popular.
so we're good. Anyways, but I ended up moving to a different company. I'm just gonna straight up say this one's name because there was some fuck shit going on there. But
Some
Um,
fuck shit.
yeah, I ended up working for this company called Executive, and we had contracts down like in the harbor of Portland, so like right on the water. And it was at this place called Vigor Marine Works, and they have a lot of like Navy ships that come in there. They have like Navy and like Coast Guard. They even have cruise ships, like just big.
Portland's next to the coast.
Portland, Oregon. They're in a port that's right there along the Willamette River,
The
next to
Columbia.
downtown.
Columbia, right?
It's the Willamette right there.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
Which goes into the Columbia.
It shoots
Columbia,
off of the Columbia.
It goes into the Willamette, I think.
Yeah, the Willamette shoots off of the Columbia.
I couldn't fucking tell you. I just
But
know the Willamette.
anyways, it's on the Willamette. It's right. It's close down to downtown.
That's why
like,
Portland is called Portland, because like ships used to roll in there and like stop.
Oh, is it?
Out
Is
of
that
the
why they?
port.
Yeah, it's a fucking port
Right.
town.
Yeah,
Just
I mean
like
the river
how,
runs right through the
There's
middle
like
of it. I mean,
old
Just like
photos of like
Newport.
yeah,
All right,
exactly.
all right.
right.
There's like old photos of like sailboats like in there in like the beginning and shit, like before
I
they put the
lived in
bridges.
Portland, and I don't.
Oh, did
I
you?
don't know. Yeah, I lived with Zach.
Oh, nuh-uh.
Yeah, for like.
Bro, so you were
6
right there
months.
next to the fucking trail then.
Yep.
That bike trail?
Yep.
That shit is bad too, dude.
Oh, dude.
Same in Idaho and Boise. The bike trail is called like the Levee. No
Yeah.
good, bro.
I that's literally, I think that's something all around the U.S. that's like that.
See,
Though.
I don't know, like Bakers. I'm not scared of Bakers. Fucking path trail.
I don't think you can ever be scared of the one in Baker.
Let's get back to that though.
Oh, okay,
The
yeah.
Navy.
So yeah. Anyways, I worked with a lot of the Navy down there. They had like a lot of like big warships and shit that would come in.
Whew.
These dudes would come back from like Okinawa, Japan, and shit. Yeah, like they were going to crazy ass places, seeing Chinese ships and Russian ships out in the middle of the fucking ocean, like coming within eyesight with these motherfuckers. And they're like telling me about this shit when they like first docked in Portland. And mind you, when they first docked in Portland, like this is kind of diverting, going all over the place, but when they first docked in Portland was at the beginning of like after the George Floyd shit happened, and Portland was like just going crazy. There was fucking riots. Shit was going crazy. They were burning everything down, and there was forest fires. So the whole entire fucking city of Portland was just covered in smoke. Looked like some straight apocalyptic type shit, right?
Fun.
And this is like very beginning of COVID and everything. And so like they all come in. I'm pretty sure they had just gotten back from Japan. And some of the stories those dudes have, getting drunk, like one of the dudes off their ship actually specifically, he was getting super fucking drunk, and he's on his way back to his house. And apparently, so he was so drunk that he found somewhere there was like a samurai sword that was hanging in somebody's fucking like just front entry area or like a business or something. This dude fucking grabbed the samurai sword and went into a laundromat and fucking hacked somebody up.
Navy guy.
Yeah, a Navy guy that was on this ship, like the same ship that I pulled security for. Because pretty much my role as security for the Navy was to run something called an ECP, which is an entry control point. So we would stand there with like two of the Navy, and they have things called watchstanders, right? And they stand down there armed up, and one of them at least. And pretty much they hang out, and everybody that comes through to work on the ship, if it be Navy, private contractors, we ID them. We would search through their bags, just look for anything suspicious. And so we were in there with the Navy a lot. They would tell us.
Found anything suspicious?
Suspicious? Not. I mean, I have found like kind of like somewhat weapons, and I kind of questioned them on it. It wasn't really that suspicious.
What do you mean somewhat?
Yeah, that
weapons?
sounds like a knife or a handgun.
Well,
like,
see, they
what
do.
the fuck?
It's like a barrel.
No,
and just a fucking,
no, no. If it was
pen
anything,
gun?
if it was anything gun related, it would be like you get your fucking ass on the ground, like you're fucked. Like the Navy's gonna be up your ass right now. Like we're all gonna be on you.
Well, I wasn't sure if you meant like Navy dudes having guns that were coming on, so I wasn't sure what you were meaning.
Well, no, but like so the things, some of the like knives and weapons wise that I would find that would kind of concern me a little bit, would be like some of the guys would have like one guy had it was like a wrench, and the other side of it was shaved down to kind of like almost like a pry bar, but it was sharp. So it kind of like if this motherfucker wanted to go on some sort of crazy fucking spree and start hacking fools, he could. But anything there, I mean, they have fucking nail guns and saws and fucking who knows what they have there. Really, there's anything.
So really, he could have just grabbed a random tool and did the same thing.
I mean, he could have. So honestly, with some of the dumb fucks that I worked with, he could have fucking pulled the pistol out of one of the dumb fucks holsters that I worked with and fucking done work on everybody. Is a sad thing.
I'm kind of confused. So,
Dude, for real.
Are you? This is a Navy guy. This is a Navy person on a boat. Like they work for the Army or whatever.
Yeah,
Navy works for.
they're all Navy personnel. So literally, when they pull up in the Willamette off of the Columbia, like they come up from the ocean, up the Columbia,
Right.
shoot off the Willamette, come down to like where downtown Portland is, and then they, like I said, they come into a place called Vigor Works. It's they work on marine stuff. They work
But
on all sorts of boats.
Are they not allowed to have guns?
See, there's subcontractors. So there's the Navy that's there. There's us as private, security. And then there's like subcontractors and people who work for Vigor themselves. So they're just people who come on. They're private citizens, civilians. They're just regular people, and they have specific sets of skills like welding and
They're
just
working
plumbing.
on the boat.
And they're
Like
working.
They came to like weld something on the boat.
Yeah,
and then
on
they're
the
out.
Navy ships, on these like
But they live
warships.
basically in Portland.
Yeah, they just live around the surrounding areas and stuff. The Navy, so they when they're in Portland here, they actually inside of Vigor, because it's like a secure facility, they had kind of like a bunkhouse where they would stay. Cramped as fuck. I'm sure it's better than what they were staying on in the ship. I mean, I heard horror stories about those conditions.
Really?
Oh god, dude, they're
Isn't
stacked on top of each other.
When they come into port, don't they get to like go out, party, drink?
Oh
fuck, and
yeah, but
shit?
see, they were pissed. Like I was telling you guys earlier, when they came into Portland, Portland was in the middle of all the riots,
Oh, yeah,
and there
that's
was
right.
forest fires and shit. So
That's
it's like
right.
they're like their CO, like their head guy, whatever. I can't remember what they referred to him as. Yeah, their CO, their commanding officer. He told them when they got to Portland, he's like, shit's going crazy here right now. Stay inside. And these motherfuckers had apartments downtown. Like, they're looking down from their apartment windows, and there's, like, tear gas popping off. Motherfuckers, like, throwing rocks and all sorts of shit. And their CO's like, yeah, don't go anywhere. Don't do anything. We can't, motherfucker. We're stuck in our apartment. Like,
There's literally a riot.
yeah, there's
At our
full
front door.
Pandemonium going on outside. Like,
Pandemonium.
I ain't
love it.
fucking going out there anyways.
So when you get on this boat,
So we don't go on the
you
boat.
patrol around it.
So we patrol around it, and so it sits in this thing called the dry dock. And Portland
Oh, yeah,
has
yeah, yeah.
Portland has I think it's 2 or 3, but they're some of the largest dry docks for ships in North America.
What's a dry dock?
So a dry dock, these ones, they work off of kind of like a, I guess you call it like a ballast system. I'm sorry. But they're just these big ass kind of like barge type things, and they're filled with water. And what they do is when a ship comes in, they'll fill this thing all the way up with water. They'll fill it all the way to the top, and it sinks this thing down into the water, right? Well, these big ass ships, they'll come in, they'll fucking turn the motors off, they'll float up super slow, and they'll have tugboats and shit, helping them get in there safely and everything. And they'll pull them up into this fucking dry dock, and then they'll release all the water. Because this thing's it's hollow. It's a big ass buoyant hollow dock, and these ships just pull right up in it, and then it ends up like I said, all the water dumps out. This thing lifts up out of the water, so the ship is completely dry at that point. It's not touching any water, and so we would patrol around like the sides, and we had in the main entrance to get
Are these
into the
big
ship.
boats?
Oh, dude, they're huge. They've got like massive
And
cannons.
they just chill on land.
Oh, yeah, dude, we have cruise ships that would come in. And they would prop these fuckers up and get them completely dry, like not touching any water.
So do
Like
they get
trippy.
lifted up or the water?
No.
sinks?
So, like, it sinks the dock down in, and the dock's filled with water. So it's, like, super down low in the river, because it gets pretty deep there. It's like 100-something feet, I think. And the ships will fucking roll up in there, engines off, and they, like, stop. They get stopped right where the dock is, and then the dock will they'll let all the water out. And then the dock starts to come back up, and they'll have like these big blocks and shit that it sits on, and then it lifts up and completely drains all the
I
water
think I know
out,
what
and
you're
it's dry.
talking
That's
about.
like the Panama Canal, because that's how like that works. You come in, the ship lower.
Yeah, kind of system like that. A little bit different because this one's just it's
'Cause
like
it goes
hollow
dry.
and it's
I get
buoyant.
it. But like the water system where you pull into a spot and then the water lowers, then
Yeah.
you go out and then the gates close again and the water raises
Right.
because they let water in.
Right.
Right, or like the gates that they have on dams where boats can get
Yeah.
through. It like lowers.
That's crazy.
The,
Have you watched that happen?
what, the boats going through a dam?
No.
Or
just
the
your-
boats
the
pulling-
port,
Oh, the boats pulling up in a dry dock.
and then you watch it.
Oh,
fucking-
dude, fuck yeah, that shit is nerve wracking. Whoever the fuck is the like steering that shit, the not the captains, because at that point it's river pilots.
It's the polars.
Yeah, there's specific guy that'll get on that ship way up the river, called a river pilot, and they know specifically all the bends in the river.
So there's literally they pay this fucking
some civilian contractor
that,
who makes fucking bank, dude.
That's crazy.
Yeah, well, because you got to.
He's like, my only job is to pull a boat in, like, I don't know, like a mile maybe.
Yeah,
Well,
for real, and he
his
literally
boat and
makes
shit.
what we make in like fucking 2 or 3 months.
And he hops on a bunch of random fucking different boats.
Oh yeah, that's all they do.
You
River
imagine,
or
you imagine,
pilots.
Like, dude, if I get in a new car, I'm like looking around. I'm like, okay, fuck me. I'm like, the shifter's right here, you know. Or like, you know, you got to figure out that car.
Right.
Like,
Imagine getting in a
car,
fucking
you know?
boat or a cruise ship
Right.
or a ship.
Dude, the amount of
period.
buttons, I've been in those fuckers, dude. Like
Yeah.
some of the cruise ships and shit, and like just other commercial boats. I've been in there. There's so many boats. There's so many buttons and levers and just all sorts of shit that you're like,
Well,
what the fuck is
sometimes
this?
you need like multiple people to like those bigger ships.
Because I know you're not driving a boat.
Depends.
You're starts with an M.
Mazda, Mercedes. I don't know.
No, not a brand. You're not driving a boat. You're moting, like a moting or something like that. But I know you don't drive boats. Just
You pilot.
for anyone.
Yeah, you're
no,
pilot.
not-
Well,
no,
you know,
it's
you're
not
literally
piloting.
piloting. They're a river, like
It's
a
not
river
a pilot
pilot, I guess you'd
either.
say.
It's a certain word, and I know for a fact if you say this.
It's a fucking captain.
Yeah,
It's
I mean, a captain,
captain, mate.
Yeah.
but it's a certain thing, and if you don't get it right, people that drive boats are gonna be like, you fuck.
You
It's-
burn in hell.
Yeah, you better fucking learn that word. And it's
Pallywhack.
fucked up because I have my fucking boat license.
Oh, well, that doesn't mean you should be schooled up on like every boating, fucking marine, naval,
I
fucking
can
whatever there
drive
is.
the
Like,
biggest ships possible because of the boating.
right? Yeah, because I have a boating license and know how to drive this like 2 horsepower trolling motor boat. I know how to drive this fucking $650 million
I love how
war
those
vessel.
tugboats also have like tires around it. So
Oh, yeah,
when
those
they bump
fuckers get
into
hit,
shit,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess it might be piloting, but it's a fucking
So
thing.
yeah, but no. No, so like the ship that came in, that was the USS the McCampbell was the one that came in. And no, when they came in, dude, they had these Browning 50 machine guns. They had them set up on both sides.
Dude, Brownings.
Yeah, they had them set up on both sides. They're all they've all got their ballistic helmets on, their body armor, and they're all out there looking like they're ready to fucking go to war. And it was weird because like as soon as they pulled in, there was like me and I think it was like 4 or 5 other all armed guys. At this point, I'm working armed security. I'm wearing armor. I've got a pistol. I've got cuffs. Everything.
So how long were you been doing that?
So this from when I told you guys about Eclipse to the jump forward to executive to this point is probably about
The jump forward's
Like
the
2 years.
iffy one.
2 years. What?
Jump forward's the iffy one.
What do you mean?
Because you said I'm going to say their name because they were doing some shit.
Yeah, that was Eclipse.
Yeah, that was Eclipse. Yeah,
Alright,
they were.
I just wanted to put that in my head.
touch back up on that a little bit. No,
Yeah.
that company was just trash. Like I don't even the owner everything
like
about
every-
it.
It's just all about
company name.
money type of bullshit.
Just a guy that fucking owned it. Like I mean, the way he treated his employees and like his like prior history, I guess, because he like used to be a cop and like
So
yeah, I
might
don't.
be a little personal.
That's something a little.
But how much were you getting paid at Eclipse?
Oh, at Eclipse. So
Like,
when I was
do
working,
you get paid per hour?
yeah, it was per hour. When I was unarmed at Eclipse, I think it was like 15 or 16 to start.
Well, that's
But-
also back in what 2016 we said,
This is
where
like
minimum wage was a lot lower.
This
No.
is like 18
this is like 18.
Oh, okay.
because he was still in town
lower.
in 16. Remember?
Yeah, this was
That's right.
18.
But 18 was still lower than today's, because today's is like 12.75.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
it's gone up. It's gone up definitely, but like it's definitely it was above minimum wage for
Right.
sure. But that was for unarmed, and then at Eclipse I had gone to patrol, which when I went up to patrol, I'm pretty sure there it was like 18 or 19 an hour, and that's hourly, like I said, and it's like I was getting over 40 hours a week. I was working like 12-hour shifts.
Were you able to work your way up pretty good?
Oh, dude, yeah. When I first started working at Eclipse, I worked there for literally probably like maybe a month and a half, 2 months. And that Zach guy I was telling you about, the guy that worked as a patrol officer, he actually told the owner, he's like, yo, this kid, he's legit. He doesn't take any shit. Like,
Too legit to quit.
yeah, he's too legit to quit, motherfucker. No,
Do you mind turning that a little bit and making it face you?
There it is.
Sorry, we don't have anyone to control this, so I have to kind of tell you over your talking.
No, you're good. You're good.
You're Jamie and the host, bro.
Yeah, for real. But yeah, no, he pretty much put in the good word for me and like got me moved up. And I moved up to that patrol, like I said. And I think it was 18, and that's armed. You're driving around these old like Crown Vics.
So when you're getting armed, so when you went to that, was there different training?
Yeah, so when you go armed, so you have to maintain your unarmed license, then you have to get you have to maintain your unarmed, then you have to get your armed license.
How do you maintain your unarmed?
You just retake. It's like a refresher.
Right, it's like redoing your license.
Yeah, you just touch up on some of the questions. It's nothing major, nothing different.
Do you have to do any like shooting range?
That's when you get into the armed side of things. When you go to the armed side of things, you do have like curriculum still. There's like a booklet. You sit down with an instructor who's certified through the state of Oregon. And these guys, they certify like police and shit too sometimes in certain things. And but yeah, you sit down with them for the armed. It's like a 2-day course. The first day you come in and literally the full 8 hours you're just doing curriculum. What's a good shoot? If you do the baton course, which I did it with the same guy. Doing the baton course, that's like, you can't hit the guy in the fucking dick. Like, don't
blast him in the knee.
Yeah, don't use your ass baton to smack this guy in the fucking skull because it will kill him.
Did they do like test hits and shit? Like,
well, see, they
smack
had
some people around.
They brought out some like mats, and it's funny because the guy who taught us everything for the like baton training, the ASP training or whatever. He was like this 80-year-old ex-sheriff from like Mount Angel or somewhere over there. But yeah, he's like super old and he's out there like shuffling around and he's like smacking this fucking bag that this one dude's holding, this other instructor. And like we had to do the strong side, support side strikes on this motherfucker. Like he held the bag.
So he's like 80 years old and you have to hit this fucking thing. Dude. And you're like hesitating. You're like,
it's like I can't give you all my power.
No, dude, and there were some big guys that were there too, and there were some girls, and I think we all, when we saw that he was gonna be the one holding the bag, we all kind of like looked at each other. We're like, fuck, dude, like we don't want to kill this guy. Like you swing too hard, you might break this guy's fucking hip or something. He's old. Like he was pretty old. He was at least 80, I feel like. But we also did that same day. We did like a pepper spray training, and thankfully there, like I hadn't experienced pepper spray there. Like we didn't have to try it or nothing at that point. Thank fucking God, because pepper spray sucks.
You gotta try it.
Have you guys had pepper spray
before?
Child,
bro. As a child,
like,
I went
pretty
to go
recently.
No,
like not like recently, but like
on
more of your adult years when you got it.
It was my choice.
It was your choice?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. What do you mean it was your
like,
choice? Explain.
Dude,
what do you mean?
So,
I have a pretty good
that
too.
keychain shit that girls
Dude,
have?
that's what mine
Right.
was too.
That you can get at the store
I
or
don't know
whatever.
if that's like, I know it's not as powerful as like cops. Or,
It's pretty, this shit's pretty strong.
It fucking hurts.
Yeah, it's spicy.
It's
it's spicy.
I guess that's the best way to explain it. It's spicy. Like,
Yeah.
So like, it's definitely not like wasabi or anything where it just cleans the sinuses real quick. It's like
This shit wipes you out. This shit wipes you
man.
clean.
I'm gonna
sucks.
stay
Your
for
eyes
a good
hurt.
while until you like, dude. Honestly, make a really low standard pepper spray. Like it only burns for like an hour.
Right.
Like if you could like control that.
Oh,
shit.
well, I mean, most of them
Let's
don't
do
burn
it.
for an hour, thank God.
Yeah, but let's make that like very low burn for children.
Oh, fuck.
Ah.
Oh, fuck.
Learn what you did.
You've been fucking up, Timmy. Stand back. Pepper spray, back up.
It's
I'm
like
just
squirting him with the
fucking
water
kidding,
bottle
everyone.
like a cat. Just get him with the pepper spray.
You're like, you'll
just
be all right.
kidding.
Stand under the
But
hose and open
honestly,
your
dude,
eyes.
That's like when I got pepper spray, dude. It was like I sat there and I was like, I remembered my mistakes. Like I was just like, that was a dumb mistake.
You're like, I fucked up. This was fucked up. Why did I do this?
I tried everything, like poured milk on my eyes and shit, but no,
Right.
yeah, it was willingly. I had my mom's pepper spray, and it hurt. I had, I think it was Tristan.
Well, it lingers. It
Poke?
lingers, too,
Dude,
is the
it
thing.
fuck.
And if you wash it
Fuck
off
that.
wrong, you're fucked. Oh, like you're fucked, dude.
You know what hurt worse though?
What?
I went to Long Beach, California, because our family was going on a cruise. So we went there. We flew there, stayed there for a night, and we were just walking around the beach side, their boardwalk, basically.
Right.
And there was a hot sauce place, and I still love hot sauce.
Right.
I
Yeah.
hate
Love
hot
good
sauce that burns
Like a
and you
tasty
regret it.
hot sauce.
Like, if you can't taste it, don't, like, that's when it stops. Like,
Right.
so hot that you just stop fucking tasting it, and you're like just focusing on
Sweating.
not sweating and crying and over breathing and just being like, oh, this fucking burns.
What do I do?
So like, if it's not that hot, I'm good with it. But I walked in this place, and I'm like, my parents, my mom, my dad, and me, we walked in this place, and I was like, I want to try your hottest hot sauce.
Like, fuck me up right now.
Why would
Yeah.
you say that?
Well, I mean, I was
Right,
I
they're
was
in the back,
cocky.
like, here we go. We're gonna fuck
I
this
was
guy's
just
lid up.
14.
Ignorant fuck that's just like, give me your hottest shit.
I was 14, and I just want to be cocky, just for
That's
like
what
the
I'm
day,
saying.
you know.
For the day
Yeah.
that wrecked you for the rest of the day.
It
bet.
did.
Right.
It fucked me up.
How did
But
being
this is
hard
how-
go for you, bro?
This is how it went, bro. She goes, "Oh, this is the hottest one when we have a tester." And I think it was an extract. I can't remember exactly. I was 14, so it's like hard to remember. But, dude, she's like, here. She dips a toothpick in it. Just a toothpick. Like, just like the
Just
first.
try
all
that.
You know when
tasted?
the toothpick starts
To, like, not be
tapering?
Yeah.
That's how much she put on it. And I went like this. And as soon as I went like this,
sharp.
she goes, just tap your tongue.
Oh no.
Bro, and
Oh,
I just
you
looked
were
at her with the whole thing in my
fucked.
mouth going,
Huh?
don't you think that's a little too late? I was mad because I was a cocky 14-year-old, bro. And
I know you were. I was there.
I was just like,
Oh, God.
don't you think that's fucking too late?
A little late warning.
I was like mad. I was like, okay, dude, it fucked me up.
Oh, that shit'll rock your world, dude.
Dude, I was walking around like this
Holding yourself just
for 3 hours. Dude, and I'm talking about, we were supposed to have a great time. We're on a fucking beach.
You didn't even get to
Oh,
enjoy
no.
dinner.
I'm
Oh.
seeing Lighthouse and shit going, oh my god. Oh, my mom finally got me a milkshake. And it didn't really make anything better, but it made me feel better just because I was like, okay.
right, something to distract you from the fucking murderous
Bro.
pain going on.
That was worse than pepper spray. 100%. I would rather get pepper spray twice. But
Twice.
But like I said, I think that was cheap pepper spray. Imagine doing bear spray or something.
Oh, dude,
Ooh.
Like the one that covers your entire
Fuck.
I
your
worked
entire
some of the-
face
Yeah,
is just
yeah.
covered in this orange.
Weren't you
Yeah,
around
it's like a
that shit?
spicy orange kind of like weird Oompa Loompa. I don't
Worse.
know what this.
So-
Yeah.
We are so off subject, but I had to talk about that.
I know we're jumping around all over the place. I don't
think
care
we
though. I
sound
think
great.
You're
Yeah.
in pepper. You're in training. You didn't have to get pepper sprayed, but you're in baton training, and then we went to the pepper spray.
Oh yeah,
No,
I was
he didn't
baton
do
training.
baton.
I ended up going, doing the whole arm thing, going on patrol, which I think I talked a little bit about that. That was so we got to drive around these like 1990s. You guys know what Crown Vics are, right?
Yes,
Oh, of course.
And the old retired police cars, they're all boosted up. They've got fucking boosted suspension and like better wheels and tires. So they're like they get it. Like they're good cars.
Oh, they're good at stopping.
Yeah.
They're good at turning, and they're good at acceleration.
good at breaking the fucking wheels loose everywhere. You burn out every fucking 10 seconds.
There you go.
But no. The main thing I would do is like we had like a list of these sites. There was like 4 different districts, and there was like a couple different officers, and we all had a list of these sites we would go to, and we'd have to show up to these places and see if see what's going on. If there's anybody robbing this place, is there any transients or anything? And some of the shit you would find. I mean, Portland was pretty heavy in decline, like shit going bad. But it's like some of the shit that I seen, I don't know if it's just because like I'd been around Baker so much, but some of the shit I'd seen was just like really fucking with my head.
Like some PTSD shit.
Yeah, so like you see some shit and you're just like, well, I can't unsee that shit. Like that shit's living
All
me.
right,
Like,
let's name your, if you want. I don't want to like bring something up you don't want to talk about or anything.
You know the story to tell.
But let's bring up your top.
You know
I
the
don't-
story.
I don't know. It's
Are we
definitely
tribal dancing?
I don't know if I want to talk about that one. I'll briefly touch on that one.
I want you to tell me that you
That's
want.
that's not even the most fucked up, Marshall.
Dude,
I want-
it's my favorite that I know.
Okay,
Sorry.
where are you at right now
What do you mean?
in the conversation?
Like in reverting, like I thought you were about to ask me something about like the
No,
most
I
fucked
am.
up shit.
I am. But where are you at in the conversation?
Oh, I don't remember. I've jumped so far ahead now to what we're on.
Okay, I want to know the 5, and if you want to say top, you can.
Uh-huh.
But I just want to hear your 5 best stories, or not best, but like gruesome,
Nice.
Gruesome?
like the ones that you were like, oh my god.
Well,
Just
I mean,
5.
there's. I'll go on about a couple.
Okay,
I don't
let's
know.
do 3.
I don't
Let's
know.
do 3.
Yeah, I'll do. I don't know exactly what all I want to talk about.
Like
There's,
I don't want to bring up any fucked up shit
there
that
is
you like will think about all night.
right. Yeah, for
But
real.
I want you to get a little feisty. I want you to tell me something I'm gonna Grinch to,
Right.
and I want 3 of them.
So
I think, how long were you doing this for?
So I did private security altogether probably for about
The arm, like the ones that.
The arm when shit
I
got.
guess they're all kind of pretty gruesome.
Even
Like
the-
even the dude in the bathroom was pretty gruesome. Like
Oh, dude,
a lot
that's
of people don't experience that.
well. See, it's like
I've
have.
experienced it. Have you?
No.
I've experienced it.
Well, see, like I have more than like full on story. I have like little details too that can even be more so gruesome than like the full story. So I mean, I guess
Yeah.
I can just
Blood
I can
coming out of the needle and
yeah, I can ramble off on a couple things, but like I mean, even just like the shit that was on the street of Portland, you'd be like driving around downtown Portland, and just like you'd see literally just dudes fucking shitting in the street, pissing in the street, dudes jacking off, people
Pissing's not that
shooting up,
bad.
people fucking in the street. I mean, every night I was seeing just a plethora of things that you just like, what the fuck? Like, where are we right now? Is this some sort of like third world country right
Wild
now?
West,
Have you ever done
baby.
drugs?
Have I ever done drugs?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely, most
No,
definitely.
hard drugs.
Hard drugs? I mean, what do you consider
Heroin,
hard
meth?
drugs? No, not
So the
heroin or
hard
meth.
drugs. Hard drugs for me is like
Meth or heroin?
no. There's fentanyl,
Oh, true.
heroin, meth, crack, which is cocaine,
Cocaine.
crack.
No,
Right.
I've never touched anything like any of the like super hard stuff. When I was in like high school, I did a lot. I mean, who didn't do a lot of just like really stupid shit, especially when it came to drugs? I mean,
I know exactly.
I guess you could say, especially more say me when it came to like, let's just say more than just the using them.
Distributing.
Yeah, the more of the distributing side of things, I guess you could
dude,
say.
you were selling weed
Right.
way before I even fucking smoked it.
Right. Well, see, it's like I had.
I didn't start smoking weed until I was 17.
He was a late
wild.
bloomer. Leave him
I
the
mean,
fuck
I-
alone, Marshall.
I
just
smoked
thought
weed.
No, I know.
I smoked weed and ate edibles before, but I didn't start doing weed.
right,
Dude,
right,
the pot.
right. Well, it's
I
like
was
me.
doing the fucking devil lettuce at 17.
Right.
Like when I turned 17, I became a stoner, and I lasted like
12,
4
bro.
years.
it took control.
I became a stoner at the age of 12.
Well, fuck, dude. Me and Marshall, like over at his house in high school, me
Shit,
and him
half
would,
pounds in a night, bro.
dude, like crazy amounts of
Smoke
weed.
half pounds in a night.
Half.
Like, dude, no, I'm not
Or
even.
not, I'm
not
so
half
sorry.
pounds,
I'm so,
like
half
ounces.
Half ounce.
I was
I'm
gonna
so
say,
sorry.
dude,
I wish
half
I didn't
of
even said that.
We would
fucking
smoke.
pound.
I hate that I
crazy
even said
amounts.
that. I meant half ounce.
You're good,
I'm
you're good.
fucking just
No worries,
stoned
no worries. You
already.
The
stumbled up
only
on
thing
it.
it takes, bro, is a couple more words, and you got your whole sentence. Fucking
Yeah.
mint.
No.
No, for real though.
We ain't
Half
gonna
ounce
judge
is
you for that
crushed in
dumb fucking mistake you just did, but
Yeah.
hey.
Yeah, fuck you, Marshall.
Well, I
Get
love you.
out.
I love you guys.
And I
Well-
turned your mic up, so you're perfect right there.
Cool.
Yeah, you're
But
perfect.
no,
I think you sound louder than I do, right?
Him?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Probably,
does.
Honestly.
Even at that
We're
range,
Gucci,
it sounds
bro. We're
perfect though.
Gucci. All right, let's hear it.
Half ounces in a night. And my mom used to work on Mondays and Tuesdays. So like high school, every fucking.
Did you
Monday and
smoke in your
Tuesday.
house?
Oh fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah,
You
dude. We
can't
didn't
even
give a
ask Zach on
shit.
your
So I
podcast.
think that's where we all split. Because when you graduated.
No, I
No.
didn't graduate. I made it to senior year, but I didn't
We
graduate.
would've
Did you?
all yes, we would have all
So-
graduated 14.
I
Yeah.
dropped out my sophomore year and started becoming like this. Like I was very responsible,
Uh-huh.
and
See, I kind of lost track of you, like, there towards the
I
end of
know.
high school. Like, you just kind of fell off the map. I didn't know where you went, to be honest.
dude,
like,
I moved in with someone, and I did like anything I wanted. But I was very responsible about it. Like I always I kept a job for the first like year. But we were doing some crazy shit. Like, dude, we had the best parties ever, right?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Bro, we would have jungle juice parties like once a
Oh my
month.
gosh.
We'd have like normal parties like twice a week.
I used to have parties at my mom's house on Mondays nights. That's when Zach quit spiking his hair.
Yeah.
But dude,
So much Keystone.
I
Keystone
wasn't in
Light.
contact with him. I was in contact with nobody but the people I was around.
freshman year.
It was like a gang thing, kind of. Like, I wasn't in a gang or anything. I'm not trying to say that. But it was
Like
like
here locally? Well, no. I'm saying were you here locally?
no, yeah, I never. So I did move out. So I went on this little phase until I was like, let's say 19. I don't even know, man. It's hard to tell. I think I started smoking weed maybe 16. And then afterwards, or whatever you guys want
Yeah.
to do.
For real.
But
There's nothing too exciting about
no,
me.
there's nothing but excitement. You know why?
Sheesh.
You're coming up, brother.
Oh, fuck.
Cause you just got a new fucking car.
No, not even that. Fuck that nonsense. Dude, material wise, fuck it. Like,
Fucking, I
you think
agree.
that
Right.
new dirt bike right there made me feel better about myself?
No.
It probably did a little
For a
bit.
week.
Say, some happiness there. No.
But I want to talk about your come up. Dude, you're on a come up for how long now? A year?
Almost, dude. So I started June 11th, I think was the first day. I really started fucking, just like, just like it was like a simple fat man in the shower looking down, can't see his own dick type shit, and cries.
Like, seriously?
Dead ass, bro.
Oh no.
Cries. And then he says, you know what? Fuck that. I got these sweatpants, I got this sweater, I got these weights. Let's fucking get it.
In your
Right.
own house.
In my own house. I would crank the fucking heat in my bedroom up to 90.
Damn.
And just wear
How long were you doing that for?
probably 2 months. I was jumping rope after each
Like,
workout.
you're every day?
Every day.
You would. Did you have a job?
Yeah, I was working at the grocery store in town.
Which grocery store?
Grocery outlet.
Yes, yeah. And then Jackson's too. So it was like from Jackson's to
So you had
grocery
two
outlet.
jobs?
No, I like.
Went from one.
I
to the
guess
other.
no. It was like right. I was working Jackson's and then I went to grocery outlet and then started working out while at grocery outlet. But I started doing that. Then I got a membership at the 24-hour gym that was in town. Really started fucking hitting it. I was working out for an hour, and then probably spending 45 minutes on the treadmill, getting like 3 miles in.
You had a treadmill at your house?
No, at the 24-hour gym is what I said.
Alright.
I did that for a couple months and then went to the 24-hour. And that's where I got a lot of results. My brother's wedding was coming up in August. And
Your
I was
brothers?
like, my stepbrother Jaden,
Oh, okay.
yeah. But I was like 350 pounds when I started. My brother's wedding's coming up in August. I started in June. I ended up hitting 300 pounds by the time I went to my brother's wedding. I was ecstatic about that. Then I got
Wait.
to 280. What's up?
How heavy were you?
I started off at like 350, but I was heavier than
You were
that.
350?
Yeah, but I think I got heavier than that before I even weighed myself. Because there was a point in my life where I wasn't even working and just sitting at home
No,
being
I
a
know.
fat ass.
I know.
Yeah. So I think that I was
350, man. That's
Yeah.
hard to see you.
right.
How heavy
Right,
are you
it's
now?
hard to picture that. Like,
Last time I weighed myself, I was 262.
So you're basically 100 pounds heavier?
Lighter.
No, back then you're...
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Damn, I would never have guessed you were that heavy.
Yeah, dude.
But,
yeah,
like-
and well, my brother's like 400.
Yeah.
Sorry for interrupting, but...
No, you're good. But so I went to my brother's wedding. Finally got to 300 pounds. Did that. Came back. Started kickboxing.
Have you been eating healthy?
So I tried to. I got some weeks that I just eat like shit, and then other weeks it's just like eggs, cream of wheat, fresh fruit like blueberries, apples, strawberries.
So you cut out,
did-
like-
You literally started and just decided, like...
Well, before I started working out, it wasn't like just working out. I was like drinking and eating Doritos daily. That was like my diet.
And
And
pizza,
then-
'cause
and-
your girl
yeah,
worked
yeah.
at a Pizza Hut.
Yeah, well, that was like at my worst.
Right.
Probably at my worst point was when my woman was working at a Pizza Hut.
Oh no.
Yeah, and then But yeah, it was just like a strict diet of like generic soda, Doritos, sandwiches, pizza,
Fast food type shit.
all the shit that makes you fat.
Right.
And then what it was, dude, I had that breaking point in the shower, right? Cried, bullshit. Literally went in my kitchen and threw away everything that was unhealthy. Took it straight
fuck.
to the dumpster, fucking got rid of it.
What
It was
did
out of
your
the
girl
house.
say about that?
Yeah, I was about to say that's the worst
Yeah.
part.
Well, she
Like-
was into the food, and she like some of the food, like she didn't like buying like sodas and shit, and like
Right.
I don't know, like she had like some like weird like skin rash that she had problems with forever, and then she found out she was allergic to nickel. So getting rid of
Oh,
all this
shit.
like terrible shitty food in the long run helped her as well.
What's
Right.
nickel?
Well, like just like anything that like comes like I guess from like the soil
Sodium.
and ground. There's nickel in the ground.
Mineral. It's a
Yeah.
mineral. Nickel's a
Well,
mineral.
isn't she vegetarian?
No, she prefers like white meat, like chicken and shit and fish.
Right. Lean.
Crab.
meat.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're looking at yourself in the shower, and you realize that you don't want to be the person you
And
are,
then you throw all the
or
food
that
away.
you don't want to have the weight you have.
Right.
Not
yeah.
really the person you are.
Yeah.
So you just don't want the weight you have.
I knew I
And
could
then
also
you
be
decide
better.
to start working out
Eating better.
and eating better in one day.
And one day, yeah.
So you try to take like the biggest sleep you can,
yeah.
and the whole.
And every
thing.
time I would feel like I was burning out, I would
What do
I
you mean
would-
burning out?
like feel like I wanted to quit.
Losing your
Like
motivation.
I wanted to just be fat and like it was easier.
Right. You're just like, fuck it. It's
I
easy.
feel that,
Like
I
I
feel
can
that.
just eat
Yeah.
food whenever I want, whatever.
Right, yeah. I don't know, like the beginning stages I watched a lot of like sport like motivational movies
Right.
like The Loser Can Do It. And I even watched like this movie about like this fat dude that was a nobody and everybody called him fat and then became like a football star. Drafted to the Colts first round draft as a lineman and then dies in a car accident going to his mom's house to tell her.
yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
I
Yeah.
don't think I've ever heard of that.
I can't remember his name, no disrespect, but that shit fucking hit me, dude. And there's certain songs too, dude. Like, I was listening to the song earlier today going to kickboxing, but like certain songs like hit me in the gut and I get like teary eyed and like,
Choke you up.
yeah, and like I ain't no fucking bitch no more, dude. I used to be a fucking bitch that sat at home and was worthless and was rotting away and had no potential. And now like I'm trying to fight and like I loved working out and like I can almost see like a 4-pack, if you'd like to say, coming in on my core. And I'm lighter right now than I was majority of senior or high school.
Damn.
Like, because I was 250 8th grade year.
I was gonna say, what's
Oh,
the
really?
heaviest you remember yourself in high school?
Oh, well, my license is...
Or not heaviest, sorry, lightest.
Life? Probably...
Lightest.
Oh, lightest? I remember being 250 in 8th grade wrestling. That's probably the lightest I remember. But my license is from graduating year. And I weighed 295 pounds. So I'm already 30 pounds lighter than that.
Right.
That's
It's-
good. How tall are you?
6'4".
And what graduating
You're
year was what?
6'4"?
2014.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was 6'4".
You're a big guy.
Yeah.
I don't know why I put such a surprise.
Right,
fucking-
yeah. So like nobody really understood this whole time. Like he could have been like 5'8"
I
and
think-
been like fucking.
You know,
I think
you're
if they
I'm a
look
big
at him in the
motherfucker.
cameras-
If you can't
Right.
see
Like, I'm
that.
pretty
Like-
laid back and I'm set up pretty straight.
But still, somebody who's
This
not
dude's-
gonna see it through video.
How tall
somebody,
are you?
I'm probably 5'8".
You're 5'8"?
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that's about right. Gabe.
How tall do you think I am?
Oh,
You're probably at least
6 foot.
almost 6'1", or probably 6'1". Yeah.
I'm like 6'1.5".
Yeah. I'm
I do-
pretty short at.
I
Like,
think
don't know.
you and my coach would be a fight.
We need to set this up.
I do.
I think we talked about this.
Well, I told him
The only
that.
thing I hate is like, I don't want to lose, man.
Dude,
But at
Well,
the
that's
same-
what
does?
At
Who
the
does?
same time, I will literally say, if I do lose, I might just start.
Just start going.
Yeah.
So me and him were talking
But
about
at the
that
same
today.
time, if we did this, it wouldn't be straight kickboxing.
That
'Cause
cracks
he
me up,
knows,
though,
He knows
'cause-
kickboxing, right?
Yeah.
He knows ground too. If you want to go.
No,
ground.
that's what I'm saying. We would do UFC shit. Because I
MMA.
promise you right now, he might know ground. I will fuck him up on the ground. If we just did ground, period, like mixed martial art, or not, like UFC wrestling,
Right.
I would smoke him 8 out of 10 times.
Well, fuck Marshall. Let's set something up.
Well, he said it today leaving class that he wanted to set something up.
Let's do it.
Like what? A fight or like a?
Well, it doesn't even have to be a knockout either. Like, this can just be, like, submission or, like, it doesn't need to be, like, I don't need to see one of you guys fucking go unconscious.
Well, the thing
for
is,
a
like,
minute.
we got to keep the brand straight. So, like,
Right.
we're through
Well,
the
it will
YMCA, so we don't
obviously-
need to be knockouts.
Well, no, and it obviously won't
Right.
be, like, anything
It could be
other
till the
than us
person
guys.
decides they're done. It could be till a tap out. It could be, like,
Or
I
if
feel
someone
like it would be...
accidentally gets knocked out.
Yeah,
Well,
well,
no.
I'm saying, like, I would
Right,
ref
yeah,
it,
hey.
honestly, and if I felt like somebody was sleeping or, like, they were done, I'm calling it.
Well, no, I'm just saying, too, like, if we did set something up, it'd obviously just be, like, a bunch of us guys. Like, not anybody
I would say
out of
just
it.
us, not even the rest
There's
of
no
the students.
cameras.
Right, yeah. Well, no, not the rest of the students. Yeah, it
No,
would just be, like,
us.
us.
I feel like.
Right.
He wanted to today, because I brought
You
it
want
up.
me?
Well, like, I brought it up
He
to him
wants you,
that
bro. He's
somebody
taking
that
you down.
I
No.
said there was somebody that I've always been trying to get to come to class, but they said they didn't want to come to class because they felt like they could beat up my coach. And he instantly said, "Who? Whitlow?" Instantly, bro. No hesitation.
That's because I walk in almost every time I see him. Like, and I shake their hands.
Well, now
I
he-
give them a
You
good,
walk in, you're like that dude off of a.
I'm
Like,
not
you,
like-
you're like, psh.
I'm not disrespectful at
No.
all. But I do watch. And
Right.
I do say shit.
Right.
Like, hey, like Marshall, when you're fighting,
But also, I
When
get
you're
nervous
sparring,
too, and like
you go like this. And this is the first thing I ever said. It was like, you duck your head,
Oh, and I've fixed
instead
that
of
now.
bending your knees.
I was just learning how to do all that.
And
when
I
you came in,
mentioned
bro.
that. And then I mentioned, like, why do you guys kick down? And then he taught me why.
Yeah,
you
it's
did
like
that.
a slicing, like.
You have more of a, if you miss, you got more ground to catch before that dude has a reaction. And
He's
that makes
legit,
sense.
dude.
That
I wish you
made
guys would
sense.
give him the fucking credit he is due.
I do. I'm not saying he's a nobody.
Right.
I'm
not saying he's a
saying-
two-bit chump or no
I'm
shit
saying
like that.
if you
like-
can't prove, and this is like a,
We're also fighting this student, him and I, and he says he wants to fight MMA, and I'm
Wait,
fighting
so what do you mean?
kickboxing.
What do you mean by you guys are fighting?
So
Elaborate on it a little
not like
Not
him
the
and
same.
I.
Well, no,
He's
I
my
know.
coach, but I said it in the last episode. I did a little plug, but so there's this branch on UFC. It's called Street Beef Scrapyard Edition, right?
and it's a branch off.
Well,
of
yeah,
UFC.
off of Street Beef. Street Beefs is like the main core, and then there's like their own little branches, sister branches, I believe is what they've called them. But this is over in Gig Harbor, Washington. That's about a 6-hour drive from our place here. And we are able to fight sanctionally, kind of. I mean, like, it's the most legit thing I can think of that I can get in, and it's like this month or next month
You
type
can
shit.
go to Boise right now.
Well, okay, well, if I could
Or
do
even
that, I'll do it.
Pendleton.
No, I've heard Pendleton
You fight like
circuits are
Graham
closed.
and oh really?
Yeah, no, I did some research into that.
What is it?
The Pendleton branches were like not doing anything anymore. I don't know if that's
Oh.
been
That was
after
probably because
COVID.
of COVID.
Yeah, yeah, probably.
It's
Of
not
course.
COVID.
But anyways, I
If
already
you guys
have it
didn't
set.
notice, COVID just
Yeah,
week.
it's gone just magically.
But,
Just
like,
falls off the face
I don't
of
give a
the earth.
fuck. Like this June, we're going here. It's a YouTube channel. So like, if you, no matter what, if I get knocked out or if Dylan gets knocked out, my coach, you're gonna see it.
Well, I'm probably gonna end up going anyways. I don't give a fuck.
We can only bring 1+1.
Right.
And there's no kids allowed. But like our other
What do you mean?
students,
There's people can't watch?
no, there you can. But like, as a guest, you can only bring like a +1.
Oh, I don't
So
give a
you
fuck
could be like my +1, and then like Nick could be Dylan's +1.
Yeah, well, I don't like either way. I'm going. Like, I'm watching that shit regardless. Like,
For real. But like, I'm gonna do it, and like, if you see me whoop some motherfucking ass, you better give that credit to Dylan. And if you see Dylan whoop some motherfucking ass, you better give that credit to him as well.
oh,
Because I
will,
wouldn't be
for sure.
anything without that dude,
I'm not saying like see.
fighting wise.
And like I said, I don't have anything against Dylan at all. I think he's a genuine great guy. I just, like I said, when it comes to his fighting career and everything, and him being a teacher, I just want to see something physical. You know, when you see somebody who's like a general, you know, a teacher or a mentor or whatever, they generally have in the fight game at least, they have like pictures or videos or
Well,
like
that's
they
why
have.
you've been there, dude. We're trying to build that.
Well, no, I know, but I'm
But
saying
he
they
has
usually.
He's saying
videos
now.
on his
Well,
old
no.
phone of like that shit.
I know, but I'm saying coming into something as serious that he's coming into as like a kickboxing class that's like so legit, like he needs to have something that he can present to people because they're going to come in there. We're not going to be the only ones that are going to come in there and be like, well, what do you got? Like, should I trust you? Like, what says you know how to, like, even if you can kind of show me some stuff right now, what says you aren't just some dude who's been sitting at home watching YouTube for the last fucking 6 years.
Well,
That's
he's
my
always
thing,
like, every time I've brought anything YouTube or Instagram that I find, every time I try showing it, he instantly shows me the flaw that may have, or can you apply it into an actual fight? Can it be used in a fight? And he's always showing me if it can or if it can't, and if it could, this is how it should be done.
Anything can be
Implemented into a fight, but no, it can at the same time.
It can.
Okay, but that's like saying
So
a lot of Tai Chi
well, I mean,
can
you
be
can't
That's
just
like
say
saying you're going to fight
anything.
the same opponent every time.
But he
Yeah.
doesn't, though. He has other students than me.
No. But that's like saying you're going to fight the same opponent every time. So if you say that can't be implemented, but it can, but it can't. Yeah. There's Conor McGregor came in with his own style. Why do you think he got so big? Because people didn't know what. So
Have you ever heard of
Get this.
Bullshido? Have you ever heard of that at all?
Bullshit. I think I've heard of it, yeah.
no.
No, dude, it's literally like, there's literally like, we could pull it up on YouTube right now. There's people that show drills of shit that makes no fucking sense, because if you just like step back and just did something different, it instantly doesn't work anymore. It's just sometimes it's aesthetically pleasing and people are like, oh, that looked cool, and you just pulled it off. There's tons of people that like do like firearm and like disarming and like all that sorts of shit, but in reality, like when they go to disarm, you can just step back and like fire like this.
Right, yeah, because it
Okay.
There's a
literally
bunch
only
of
takes
shit,
a fucking quarter
But
of a
I'm not
second,
saying
like-
there's also that shit in the kung fu and like Muay Thai
There
world
is.
as well.
Right, there's definitely,
So-
there's Bullshido. Like,
Bullshido.
yeah, for real.
So, but when he says, is that doable in a fight? You can't fucking say that. Because you don't know who you're going to fight. You don't know what their practice is and what they're going to do. You know what I'm saying? So, like, when you come up with, like, look at this kick, and if it's, like, a legit, like, actual kick. So, like, let's say his form's right. He swings perfect. He moves his entire body just perfectly with this kick.
Or he doesn't.
And
even
he looks
sound
at you
like
and
an
goes,
issue.
when is that going to be necessary in the fight?
That's not even close to like what I'm talking about. It's like usually like setups or steps, or like if you're doing everything perfect and setting up a kick well, then it's implemented into a fight. That's you're doing good then.
You can do stuff completely fucked, and it's going to throw that fighter that you're fighting. Like, if
Not if you're experienced, not if you've been trained.
train on what though? Train on only experience. So let's say you're a very experienced fighter fighting very experienced fighters, right?
Do you have like any credentials yourself, or like have you
I
ever
have
done?
only 6 months of like mixed martial arts and Muay Thai.
Okay, well he has like 7 years, and
Right.
like
And
I
I'm
have
not
like
downing
6
him.
months.
I'm not downing him at all. I'm just saying, like, if he says that's not like, if you come up with some weird, this is the only thing I'm gonna say. If you come up with some weird shit, and even if it makes sense or not, like if it has great footing or if it doesn't, if you fight an experienced fighter and you put up some weird shit, they're gonna be confused for a second.
Okay, so today when I was doing sparring, this dude kicked me and I caught his leg, and then I did some weird shit, quote unquote. I said the same thing. And I said, I keep doing this weird shit. And he said, yeah, but he's falling down to the ground, so that's a sweep, isn't it? It's what I'm mentioning is like when I bring up like Bullshido bullshit that
What's
doesn't
Bushido?
work.
Explain Bushido.
Bullshido is just something that looks nice but doesn't fucking work.
Right, like there's these guys that are online that like they'll have like these group of people in their like their their little gym or whatever, and they'll bring him up and they're taking this video and he's like, come on, hit me, whatever, and they like lay their hands on him and he just like rolls his shoulder and all of a sudden these dudes like fall over like he just fucking sucked their soul out somehow or some
All
shit.
right. So
Like,
it's
that's
literally,
Bushido.
Like, fake.
Yeah, like shit that obviously is like not gonna work
Who's
in any
that?
fucking fight.
Who's that old? Not old. I guess he's kind of old. He's an old actor, tall with black.
Yeah, he's Bullshido.
Okay.
Wait, I don't know who you guys are talking about. He's an old
You
actor?
talked about him. He's an actor.
He's
Steven Seagal?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, dude. Well, he does know some real shit, though.
No, he knows He's
but it can't be
professional. Is it
be
Bushido?
basically, but it can't be implemented perfectly in a fight when.
Well,
it's,
no.
Like
And-
that shit?
No, I don't know what this is. Oh,
Like that's the double fist forward.
Dude, that was
fucking-
like the Blue Mountain State thing. He's like, Chuck Liddell was like, just do the fucking cartwheel double fist.
power punch. Look at this Mr. Miyagi right here, just
sometimes-
getting his flex in. What the hell? What are we watching?
And dude, we're
Marshall?
not talking crap about your. Honestly, like, I wouldn't just fight him, because I think he has advantage.
Give
on
you a run for your money.
He's been training with you for how long? He has advantage.
that
on
guy
him.
is who you're talking
Right,
about.
yeah, he's
But
been training
you
with
guys have-
Marshall for
yeah,
how many
that's
months
Steven
now? These
Seagal.
motherfuckers been sparring like every, how
But
many
if it-
days each week.
If it
And
came
then
to
he
the
has
ground, I
Julian
can
and
almost
Nick
promise
and-
you.
It's over.
Yeah,
You think so?
I got. Dude, I'm comfortable on my back.
Right.
I got you. Unless he wants to come in with a flying kick to my face, and that's when it gets fucked.
Just fucking
Like, if we were
comes
just
in with some
wrestling,
wild
yeah, I
shit.
got you.
Right.
But if it's like kickboxing and wrestling, there's a lot of fucking things I got to worry about. I
Right,
don't want
there
to get
is.
kicked in the fucking head.
No, fuck
But-
no. Who the hell does,
Hey, but
dude?
if I won, would that change your mind about anything?
Could Josh be the teacher at that point?
No, yeah, maybe. You know what I'm saying?
No, for real. If you could
Can you
beat no,
explain-
if he
that's-
could beat Dylan's ass, then wouldn't that pretty much mean at that point
But can
that
he
obviously
explain
Josh
how
has
to
more?
like beat people's ass though? Can
Well, like
he
yeah,
teach
like
that?
I'm not saying that like he.
Because I know how to fucking kick a bag and do a lot
Yeah,
of
you
shit
gotta-
that I've never
no,
been
no,
able to know how to
no,
do.
You don't
you've
think
got a
you could
point
look on
about that
YouTube,
though.
I don't know.
I'm
But
not-
he's
we're not
also hasn't
dissing
just been like.
Yeah, you
taught
don't
from
think Josh
YouTube.
is a specialist in bullshito? No.
He could be.
He
And
knows his
bullshit.
shit.
Also-
Oh my fucking god, not this guy.
Yeah, the one
Yeah,
that gets
this guy is all the time when I'm talking.
The-
This is bullshito.
The Atlanta.
The gun thing?
What
Oh,
is he
yeah.
called? What is it? What's the name of this guy? Do you know?
It doesn't say American bullshito and fake martial arts.
We need to figure out what this guy's name is, though, so we have a little bit of context to what we're talking about.
Who's this buff ass motherfucker? He's like,
He's
okay,
like, come here, girl.
so the people that-
let me get my arm around you.
obviously no one can see what's going on. This
Big ass, dude.
dude, this guy's like 280, just muscle.
At
Like,
least.
just bit or 92. Yeah,
Yeah,
280.
and they were saying that little girl was able to get out of a head choke by him. is what they
Yeah,
were saying
yeah.
right
This
there.
chick's literally like 110 pounds, 120
Yeah.
pounds,
He's got
maybe.
He's got her in a full rear naked choke, and apparently she got out of it.
Yeah, like she's gonna.
You
get
guys
that-
couldn't get out of my rear naked choke.
I mean, honestly, rear naked chokes, unless you really like, if the person knows what they're doing, like
If we're on
who's
the
choking
ground,
you,
and
you really
can't, just
can't do a
throw me
whole lot,
over, everyone's fucked.
right? Like if
I
you
don't
can't.
care if you know what you're doing or not. If you got some, dude, it takes I think 8 seconds to pass someone out in your rear
Well, yeah,
naked
if you've
choke.
got a deep choke in there and you're like
No-
cutting that artery
no
fucking
air.
hard,
Not in R. Rear naked choke's basically all air. But if you get the R, you got 3 seconds.
right? Cutting the blood and you're
Yeah.
fucking.
You got 3
you're-
seconds.
You're passing out quick.
You know exactly. Got to dig deep and then up. Yeah. No.
Right.
People are fucked quick.
Those good headlocks, fucking get your arm in there and push down, fucking push down, pull up type shit. Who
Yeah.
is this?
Yeah, right.
This guy's like
Yeah,
in a tracksuit right now.
bullshit. I think they named that after bullshit. Let's be
That's
honest.
exactly what it is. It's
Okay.
Well, I mean,
They're
come on,
just
look,
trying to make it YouTube
look,
official.
look at this guy right
it's
now.
literally a saying in the martial arts world, though.
So it's not a legit thing.
No.
So
It's just a
people
reference.
Steven
that
It's
say
just a
Seagal's
reference.
not in bullshito.
It's
no,
people that
no, they
say
just
they
say-
have like huge backgrounds and are like legit ass motherfuckers that couldn't be done.
Well, so Steven Seagal does this. I don't know what it's called, but he uses other people's force against.
Yeah, it's some sort of samurai
Fake
old.
or real.
Well, no, it's
He's
real.
like
It's
a black
legit.
belt in it.
It's a legit thing,
And
but
people
like,
when people talk shit about him, they get corrected because he's part of some shit.
right? Oh yeah, there's a lot of like celebrities and stuff who actually know their shit that most people don't think
There's
about.
people he's higher up, and they tell them not to say shit or something's gonna happen.
Right?
Not
Yeah.
even
Oh
joking.
yeah. What the?
I've heard
fuck?
about this.
What is going on?
She was confused for a second.
Why does she have 2 guns? Is what I want to know.
Cop that disarmed somebody. I don't know.
Oh, I didn't even see that part. This guy, the Atlanta like force protection, whatever the hell
Hey.
he's called. This guy's a fucking joke. He's gonna get so many people killed.
I really just want Marshall to know that we're not talking shit about your trainer.
I mean,
We're just giving you the
I think, in my opinion, it's constructive criticism. Like we're making sure that,
That
you're
sounds-
getting
but
the
the
best
thing is, when you
training
guys
you
say shit
can
like
get.
this, well, how am I gonna get the best training I'm gonna get here in Baker City?
I don't know. I mean, that's
Also,
there's
this
other
guy's
people that you
willing to
can try
teach
and
people
search
and
out.
do shit. Like, I'm learning already as it is.
No.
No, I understand all this, and we're not talking
And
shit.
then, like, when we
like
have
I
these
said, there's like a lot of
conversations
things I'm hesitant about. Like this guy can kick me in the head. I don't know nothing about blocking.
How about
kicks.
you fucking come and learn how to kick, and then you teach him how to be on the ground? That's how the martial arts community should be.
Yeah, but I should,
Right.
if I'm going somewhere to be taught, I shouldn't be teaching. Especially if I'm paying for it.
Fair
Like
enough.
whether or not you want to, like, that's not a dick move, really. I'm just saying, like, there's like, we're not talking shit about your training. He's obviously doing you really well. Like, I'm not saying he's teaching.
I mean, he's
you.
obviously got to have something because he's like the Y or whatever is like allowing him to have his own thing like set up. So I mean, they believe in him. They think he's legit. So I mean, he's got somewhat, you know.
It's also like a little.
Yeah, it is a little, you know, podunk town here, like just a Y, like YMCA or whatever, but like still, I mean,
No, it's like an underground business. It's not really a business.
How's it an underground business? He
It's
pays
legit.
rent, he has insurance.
yeah, he's got it's all legit now.
You
It
got
used to be
insurance
just
on
kind
you
of like,
guys or just him?
On his business.
no on
Is it
everything.
an actual business?
Yeah.
So like somebody gets hurt, they're covered, like because the Y is covering everything. Like he's underneath the Y. Like if somebody gets hurt in there,
He just rents a room.
yeah,
But,
but
he also has insurance.
but
that he
being in-
pays for.
well, yeah, and being that he's covered, like he's renting from the Y, there is insurance that covers him for the facility itself.
I guess so. I see what you're saying. So if I get hurt there,
Right, at that
And he
specific
also has
facility.
a waiver that you have to fucking sign before you can even start.
that's so you can't sue him.
Yeah, but also it's more legit
Right.
than underground fucking
He's
business.
a cool
I'll
guy.
give him this.
And I
I'll
think
give
he
him this.
knows a lot of shit that I
Who-
don't.
Who else here in Baker has honestly started anything up and tried to provide anything to people like us here? There
Right.
hasn't been there hasn't been any MMA, any boxing, any fight, anything. All I've ever seen here is like karate, and I'm not interested in karate
Karate
whatsoever.
is so lame unless you go like the high class professional.
I mean, the high level shit's cool, don't get me wrong, but like I'm just not for what I'm trying to learn right now to defend myself and my family, being that I have kids, like that's not what I want. That's not what I learn.
You want to learn some defense and shit, dude? Watch this.
Not like this guy. Fuck
Yeah.
no, dude.
You want to hold a plastic gun and act like the dude can't just shoot you as soon as you. What the fuck was that?
Well, it's like that's the thing when it
He just
regards
took
to
a gun.
like shooting and stuff. That's one thing you learn when it comes to private security is like just how fast somebody can get to you when they're like just say it's some big ass fucking dude, some dude who's not in shape. Just say it's some like fucking dude that's like 390 pounds, just not very quick. Like they can still get to you. Say if they're standing at like fucking 30 feet. By the time, like, say you're a cop and you've got your pistol on your hip, by the time they're, like, running and, like, coming at you and pretty damn close, you're literally drawing your pistol out. And then they're, like, within the danger zone and you're getting your pistol up, like, you're getting your sights up and you're getting your fucking eyes aligned on it. And then as they're, like, about to attack you, you're squeezing the trigger. So it's like... this shit's not realistic.
Best thing to say is action's faster than reaction.
Yeah, oh, by far, definitely. Like, you're pulling a fucking gun out of a holster, like, you may think you're fucking quick, but in the moment, some
that
dude's
guy-
charging at you is gonna fucking get your shit before you got a chance to draw.
Yeah, but if that guy doesn't know you're doing that,
Well, yeah,
your
if
action's
you're-
going to be faster than his reaction.
I mean,
So
if you're
he's coming at you and you go like this, his next reaction is going to life or death. So he's neither going to dive for you, which would be the smart one, because then maybe he can get underneath the gun.
Right.
But
I mean, ideally,
what
you'd
else?
be...
You can't really do anything.
But if he dives
some
for
guy's
you and
charging
doesn't
you, and
fully
you're
get
just
you,
like
you can
this.
just shoot him.
But see, ideally, you're not gonna be in uniform and you're not gonna have the gun on your hip. You're gonna be fucking... You're gonna be concealed, and you're gonna have the gun in your fucking waistband, and they're not gonna know you're fucking doing anything.
Right.
You're gonna turn your fucking wherever it's tucked away. You're gonna turn that side away, and you're gonna fucking make distance. You know, pull your fucking firearm. Like, you know, that's saying like in a perfect situation, I guess.
Yep,
I mean,
all right. So we got way off subject because of a touchy one. And I want to talk more about your come up because, dude, honestly, this is a legit thing that people need to like. What you're doing right now, mine saying you're done with it because I hope you never will
Oh,
be.
no. Yeah, no.
But what you have done so far in the last year, bro.
It hasn't even been a year.
In 9 months. I want to say you started at the same time me and Kira started like hanging out.
It started in June.
Sure. I couldn't tell you
Sure.
when we started hanging out, but it's been like I think 10 months for us.
Oh, word.
We've just been hanging out, but you've done a lot, and I can see the motivation and the change of motivation and the change of personal look. So you look at yourself differently,
Right.
and you're
How
more
much he
confident.
cares about his look.
You're more confident. You're more motivated. You're more altogether just I don't want to say better person, but you're better
Come
person.
up. You've come up.
Yeah, like you're on a fucking loose train right now, and you don't even know what you're gonna do next. But it's always gonna be a good thing. It's always gonna make you look forward in life, not backwards.
Right.
Well, see, that's one good thing about you, too, is
So-
you always just roll with it. Like, it doesn't matter what's going on. Like, as long as I've known with you, like, anything that's going on with you, you just kind of, you roll with it. Like, you go. And now it seems like
He's more in
so
control.
you're more like, you're in control kind of the flow. You're still going with it kind of, but, like, you've kind of, like, are trying to take a little bit of a lead on it and trying to take it a certain place.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah.
How much weight have you lost?
I would say about 90, 80-ish pounds.
Do you have a goal weight that you want to get down to?
Well, my original goal was 265 because that's where the UFC heavy limit stops, heavyweight limit.
Right, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that's where it stops. It's
I didn't know that.
265. So I wanted to hit that, and I'm like at 260 right now. I'm just like chilling in that area.
Nice.
But that's
Hell yeah.
walking around weight. Like Francis Ngannou walks around at like 280, 270.
Right, yeah.
But he's all muscle, like no body or fat.
That dude's a freak, though.
Yeah, well, I mean, like the way you grow up like that, like what do you expect?
Right, yeah, literally. You just grew up in little Baker City.
Yeah, as a fact. Parents got divorced. Mom started feeding me McDonald's. It is what it is.
Not on a fucking salt mine.
I'm not really talking so much about the weight loss. I'm more talking about, I mean, we did mention that, but I want to talk more about like your motivation and your...
Yeah, I went from not working at all to like I work full time for one job and then basically have a part time.
Yeah, two jobs.
Yeah, 2 jobs.
It's like a Kevin Gates phone,
literally
except
went
it's
from,
not 2
like,
phones, it's 2
not
jobs.
working much, which you had a job before that though, right?
Right. Yeah.
So like you worked and then you just decided to be like a stay-home dad basically,
Yeah. Well, yeah.
and then you looked at yourself in the shower and that
It was after years though, being a stay-home dad, like at least 3, 4.
3 or 4,
Yeah, just eating like shit, being fucking worthless.
right? And
How
then
many
you
kids do you have, Marshall?
Just the one.
How old is he now?
7.
So like you just went from that to like getting motivation to move yourself forward.
Right. Yeah, to be able to wake up, go to work. Like just being able to wake up and go to work was a task. Now my first thing is wake up, go to kickboxing class, come home, shower, go to work, come home from work, maybe spend some time with the family. And then the weekends come, like Friday. Friday's a long day. Friday I work 8 hours for my one job and then another 8 hours for a bar. So there's fucking 16 hours. And then
And you have bro night on Sunday nights.
yeah, and then Saturday, who knows how much sleep I get, and then I have to work the bar job again, which is like an 8-hour gig every time. And then Sundays I deep clean like my other place, and then I hang out with my boy here, Dylan.
Yeah.
Which we got to pick a restaurant this week. Actually, I don't know. Maybe you gotta cook for me. I'm broke, bitch.
Yeah, I'm broke as fuck too. I want to hear about. I shouldn't say I want to hear about it, but I think you should talk a little bit about what happened. The last time we went out and drank at the bar.
I thought we already talked about that.
We did, but I don't know how much of that one's gonna get put up. So
We're
I
good.
think we
It's
should.
gonna be a brand new fucking shit. Let's go.
Yeah, I think we should. I think we should elaborate on. So me and Marshall, I'm gonna elaborate on little like what I'm talking about exactly, kind of in a sense. But so since I moved back to Baker, I got in contact with Marshall again, and we've been trying to make it a point. You know, since a lot of people have gotten out of contact, since everybody's gotten older, everybody's got kids now. Josh, you have just one kid?
Right.
Yeah. Marshall's got one, and I've got 3. So it's like,
Show off.
Yeah, right. We all have kids and stuff, and so it's like me and Marshall made it a point to get back together and make sure we stay in contact and hang out, and because we know people our age don't really make the time to hang out with friends anymore, and people need that shit, and we usually go out to like Mexican food and then end up at one of the local bars and like having a bunch of drinks. Of course, and
But the Mexican restaurant always feeds us with drinks before we even go and get food.
yeah,
or
yeah,
after.
we always get good drinks there at Mexican food.
Bunch of tequila.
Little kind of
Yeah, they
pregame.
bring us free tequila, dude. They just
Yeah.
get us fucked.
Every time we go over there, and it's just pregame to
They call
even
me
anything
the
that happens.
Goliath.
Is that what they call you now,
Yeah,
the Goliath?
Goliath.
Oh my
They
god!
say it in Spanish or what?
Yeah, they said it last night. Roberto was like, I don't remember how they pronounce it in Spanish, but he's like, the Goliath is catching on, man.
Well, it's funny because like they
Godzilla!
give you the fattest fucking tequila shots, and they just give you this one tiny ass lime, and you're like, the
Okay.
fuck, dude?
Yeah, they
like,
give you a
god
double.
damn.
It's definitely a double.
Oh, definitely.
Dude,
easily.
Roberto hooks it up.
And
Fuck
then when
yeah.
I get a long or electric iced tea, dude, it's like the biggest fucking margarita glass you've ever seen in your life.
Right.
Just full of fucking liquor.
Yeah.
So
love
I
that
have
place.
one of those, and then a double shot with lime, and then we go to a bar,
Double
I
shot
think-
lime.
a double shot with a lime,
Yeah.
and then we go to a bar and have 3 Jameson and Cokes.
Oh, at least.
That's just a shot though, right?
No, this was like a mixed drink Jameson.
But
Coke.
see-
Like, it's an ounce and a half.
yeah, I guess I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Unless they pour heavy, which who knows? They might
Yeah,
have.
if you know the bright bartenders in Baker,
Which
let
I
me
do.
tell you.
Yeah, it all depends. There's a lot of variables
And then I
there.
think I finished the night with a claw.
Oh yeah, a watermelon
Yeah.
White Claw.
we
It's always hydrating.
were going
love
back
White
to
Claw.
my house.
Right? I don't
to-
give a fuck what anybody says.
We were going back to my house to play a fucking on our Oculus gaming headset that I
Right.
have.
Mind you,
Yeah.
I'm following this guy home. He's driving in his own car. I'm in my car following him behind him. or
And we get
driving.
to this intersection where it's a just a one-way stop while the other way has the right-of-way. And I just roll up California, look, didn't see a fucking soul. Continue across this intersection, I look again over my passenger side, and there's just a cop staring right at me, headlights and all, just fucking looking at me. I just cut him the fuck off when I should be at a stop sign waiting like a good little boy. But nope. I fucking just almost got T-boned by a cop. And sure as shit, they pulled me over. Well, they didn't pull me over. I pulled over knowing I was getting pulled over.
Right, I seen him. He
Pulled
instantly,
over,
as soon
fucking
as he
turned
saw
off
that
the
he
car,
fucked
like,
up,
full surrender.
he fucking immediately just pulled over. Like, fuck yeah, I'm screwed.
When you
like,
do that, though, I feel like cops like
It's like
They
they give you mercy.
yeah, they give you a little bit more. So they're like,
Right.
okay, he knows he fucked up in front of a cop.
Right, exactly.
So we go through the whole fucking shebang, license, registration, insurance. It turns out my wife has the insurance cards on her, and the ones in the car expired. I couldn't actually find the registration. And then I'm telling him all the shit, telling him I just got off work and I'm tired and I'm sorry. Like,
Didn't
and
he
then-
ask you where you worked at?
well, he asked if I worked at my second job, the bar job, and I was like, oh, yeah, I do. He's like, okay. And then he's like, so I smell alcohol on you. And I was like, yeah, I work at this gym, and, like, we clean a lot with, like, high alcohol cleaners. I don't even know if that's a thing that they have.
It is.
Oh yeah, definitely. There's
For sure.
alcohol cleaner, like alcohol containing.
So
cleaners.
he said he smelled alcohol on me, and I was like, no, I get that, but I clean with high alcohol cleaners. So he asked me to step out and do a sobriety test, dude, and, like, hands and like my feet together, hands to my side, flashlight behind his pen, and then like I have to follow like the pen.
So when he asked you to like get out for a sobriety test, what were you thinking? Were you like,
Oh,
my
my
God,
heart
I'm
dropped, but like I said, fuck it, let's go.
fucked?
And like my glasses, like
He's like, I'm
they're-
down to clown.
my glasses, they're broken, so this arm doesn't fold in, but this one does. So I'm like, so my glasses are broken. You want me to take them off? And I was like, all right, I'm gonna set them on the ground. They're broken, so I'm gonna set them down like this. And I'm pretty fucking drunk, and I bend completely over, put them down on the ground, and come up perfectly. No fucking stumbly, no following.
Don't drink and drive, guys.
Don't drink and fucking
Please
drive.
don't.
It gets your car impounded unless you can call somebody. You fucking go to jail for the
That's
night.
for a small
Fucks
town.
up your insurance.
then
You could kill somebody.
You have to get
all
a
sorts of shit.
breathalyzer in your car to even start it.
Just don't fucking do it.
Most importantly, you could kill somebody. So please.
Yeah.
If it's an inconvenience to you, imagine about the person that you killed and
Or their family. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I fucking crushed the sobriety test though, mind you.
Yeah, fucking killed it, dude.
And he looks at me and he's like, I'm not getting anything from you. And I was like, yeah, no, I'm just exhausted. Like it's been a long day, man. And then, like, he sends me on my way. Nothing. no ticket. Nothing. Just completely off.
He's just like, all right, man. What did he pull you over for? Okay.
Because I
Never
blew
mind.
the, yeah.
Yeah, he blew that fucking
I also
stop
told him
sign. Sorry.
to, like, I was
Sorry.
like, I also was like, yo, like, I'm glad that it was you and I got pulled over.
Who was it?
I don't remember.
Okay.
That's
I was
fine.
going to tell you not to say a name anyway, but
Yeah, I don't actually know who it was.
cares?
dude,
You do.
I don't really give a fuck
No,
that
he
much.
does. He last time he was like, we can't use this footage. We used too
Well,
many
no.
names."
It was the like specific names.
But when it comes to
close
cops-
us. When it comes to cops,
So
they're
like when
public
you're
servants.
saying you were drunk
Oh,
and you were
shit.
or you have been drinking,
That's what fucks you.
that cop obviously didn't do a great enough job.
Didn't
He
you
wa-
say
he-
he seemed like he was like somewhat new? Like he seemed like he was
I
new to the
didn't
job.
say that, but he was
Okay,
just young.
that's yeah, he was young.
But it could fuck him in the long run. That's why I was like, eh. But you got away.
I got away. Thank God.
Regardless, I mean, who knows?
You
We
drove-
don't know if Marshall was over the legal limit. We don't know what he
Oh, I
would
was
blow. We
100%.
know he had a lot of drink. I know, but you don't know that. You
Yeah.
didn't take the test. So.
Well, and I was also like, hey, like, I know I smell like alcohol, but I work with these cleaners. And,
Right,
like, and if
right.
he could look at me, he could probably see my
You-
job.
well, it's
and
like-
my job's...
My thing, I think about it this way, is like he, like obviously came up and you seemed sober enough for him not to arrest you. So it's like, even if you were drinking a lot, like you obviously had your bearings about you enough for him to be convinced that you weren't fucked up.
And
I
I
had
was almost
worse.
home, too.
What do you mean you've had worse?
Pull over.
Oh, we're
Drunk.
Well, elaborate a little bit.
You done with yours?
Oh, yeah.
Like 100%?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to tell you not the first one, because the first one gets into real detail, and it's for another time. But I don't even know if it's the second one. I doubt it. But it's a good one.
Will you take the heat for it?
Heat for what?
The DUI? Or, no, the girl was going to take the heat for it?
Yeah, I don't want to say that one.
Oh, okay.
I do, but I don't.
I think you brought
It's
it
a
up
long
last time.
fucking story. It takes a lot of details and shit right now. We'll get into it next time. Alright, so. Fuck, where am I going? I think I drove. So I worked at Paisanos at the time.
What is that place?
It's a pizza. So they just make pies, pizza pies, and
Some
Some
delicious
subs.
cheese sticks.
cheese sticks, normal shit.
Do they serve alcohol?
Yeah.
Like beer, though.
I didn't drink there. Maybe I did.
Like that, I remember. No.
But I was giving a ride to some little kid that worked there. He was like 16. And he's like, yeah, I got some beer and alcohol at my house. I already been drinking. So I didn't work there. He messaged me and asked if he can get a ride. I was like, yeah, man, I can pick you up and take you home, whatever. I've been drinking for about 3 hours. Like 2 years ago, I was drinking just like vodka and Gatorade. This is a loud.
Your mic?
Yeah. And I decided to give him a ride. And I was like, fuck it. Because, dude, it's Baker City. Like, if you don't drive drunk,
At least once or twice.
yeah, like,
Everyone has done
dude, I'm
it.
so
There's no
com-
excuse,
I'm
but
so
everyone's done it.
comfortable driving drunk.
I know. Sadly, I am too.
Like, it's unreal.
Right.
Like, you don't have to worry about traffic. You really don't have to worry about much people going in front of your car, like, walking.
Right. If you're drunk and you're out late, like
Yeah. Don't drink and drive, guys. But fuck,
Don't
man.
Do it.
This town is so easy to let it. Like, it's just a small town road type of shit.
right.
And so yeah, I'm like, yeah, I'll give you a ride. Fuck it. I've been drinking. I probably drink a half a fifth of vodka with Gatorade. I literally just drink half a Gatorade or pour it out and pour the rest in vodka,
So
shake it up.
Half a fifth is how much you drink? Is that what you said?
Yeah, vodka.
Oh, fuck.
So we're going. And I get pulled up because I bought my car during COVID. So it's really hard to get in DMV. So they're literally putting off plates. They're putting off everything that involves plates.
Oh, right. Pushing
Because
everything
you
off.
can't fucking get in the DMV.
Right.
So I'm like driving out plates for maybe 9 months. Like no insurance, no plates, no
Oh,
nothing.
fuck.
I bought the car
dirty.
during COVID and I was just like, fuck it, nothing.
Right.
I did that for a while too during COVID.
Dude, it was easy. No one gives a shit. I get pulled over and he's like, I need to see your insurance and registration. I give him my registration. I don't have insurance. So I go, look, I literally just broke a phone and that has my picture of my insurance on it. Because it's all digital now. You can just show them a picture.
Right, yeah.
And I'm like, I've been trying to log into my old email. It's not working. So I got to make a new one. And then I got to get a hold of my insurance and make sure they know my new one. So it's a time thing. He goes, okay, man, I understand. I don't have insurance at all.
Not even close.
Oh,
My insurance
fuck.
is nowhere. Dude, I still don't.
No.
Fuck that shit.
That shit's for
by
fools.
the time I've had insurance to now, I'd already spent more than my car. I never gotten one wreck. Even
Yeah, but see, that's fucked up because like I'm not saying I'm not saying you can't do whatever you want, but it's like in my scenario, like me and my girl and everything, it's like we got hit by somebody that didn't have insurance. This dude didn't have insurance. This is locally. Like, we got a brand new fucking Jeep Renegade. This fucker was brand new off the lot, 30 miles on it. Fucking this like some trail package, whatever. This is like a $30,000 Jeep Renegade, right? And we just got in this thing. My girl's driving it home, and this guy fucking T-bones her here, Maker. Just fucking smacks her, dude. Completely totals the fucking car. He has, like I said, no insurance, no license. The dumbass was stupid enough to give her, for some reason, he was like, here's my home address, like, come to my house type shit. Like, some weird fucking
was
shit.
it his house?
Yeah, and it was his real address. Well, it was weird because, like, when my girl got hit, she kind of went out of it because it, like, spun her car around. And so she kind of, like, went out of it. And when she, like, came to, I guess apparently the guy was out of his truck. And he was, like, picking up parts and stuff from the wreck. And that's when he gave her this little, like, slip with...
So she didn't call the cops?
No, she did call the cops. She called me, apparently. I think I was first, and then she called the cops. And I fucking hauled ass. I was working at the truck wash this time. And Patrick was working there, and he hands me the phone. When he hands me the phone, I'm in the middle of washing a truck. And he hands me the phone, and he's like pale-faced. Just like a fucking ghost. He's like, Dylan, oh my God. He's like, Kirsten's on the phone, like freaking out. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Because
the work phone?
Yeah, the work phone for the truck wash.
Right.
And I'm like, this cannot be good. Like, something's going on. And it's Kirsten, and she's like, oh my God, crying. She's like, I got hit. She's like, my arm's fucked up. My phone's fucked up. The car's like, the gas pedal snapped off. All this crazy shit. And I'm like, where are you? And she's like, down by the house. So I fucking get in my truck. I have like this F-250 at the time. It's like piece of shit, like 97. Long box, whatever. Just piece of shit. And I fucking haul ass down there. And I like see the car and it's in the middle of the fucking intersection all smashed out. I'm like, holy shit. Like it got hit hard and by something big. And I like fucking fly. Mind you, this is the middle of winter. I fly up onto the fucking sidewalk and I'm like parked sideways in like somebody's yard and like the sidewalk. And the cops are on the fucking way. And I'm like,
You beat the cops?
yeah, I beat the cops, dude.
So
I hauled
she
ass.
called the cops.
Yeah, she called the cops after she called me. I think. I don't know. I can't remember. I'm just kind of spitballing here on like memory. But I know I did get there before the cops. But yeah, I parked all fucking crazy. And when I first showed up, I like got out of the truck and she wasn't there. She wasn't standing in by the car. She wasn't in the car. I'm like, where the fuck is she? Like, what the fuck's going on? And finally, she comes pouring out of this house. This old lady had like brought her in because it was like cold and she was scared and she'd saw what had happened. And Kirsten pours out. All of a sudden, the cops show up, Baker City Police, and cop walks up and he's like, yada yada, I got a fucking recording device. I'm recording you. Da 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 da. And like literally before he asks anything, the first thing he tells me, he's like, "Is that your truck?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's my truck." He's like, "You need to move that shit right now." I'm like, "Why?" He's like, "You just need to move it." I'm like, "Oh, okay. Well, I kind of figured, this girl who just got hit and her car's fucking totaled would be your main concern, but apparently a guy parked on the sidewalk's a big issue." But anyways, yeah, I fucking moved
You
my
literally
shit.
parked on the sidewalk.
Oh, dude, I was in the sidewalk. I was in like somebody's yard.
You were literally just like, so this is in Baker, right?
Yeah.
Where did the crash happen?
So it was kind of over by like A Street, kind of. It was probably like 6th or 7th Street, kind of like off of Campbell a little bit, like 6th or 7th, kind of that area. Oh no.
So you literally just like
It was a
plowed
4-way.
over a fucking
Mailbox?
No, there wasn't a mailbox. It was just like where somebody's
The
driveway
fucking-
was,
God.
and the sidewalk.
So you just like pulled in.
Well, yeah,
real
because
quick.
she was kind of like, she was just in the middle of the intersection, and I came up on the left side of her and just literally went onto the sidewalk, and like my left tire was in somebody's fucking yard.
What the fuck is the thing called on the side of the road?
A curb?
Okay. God
Oh yeah,
damn, bro.
yeah. I was in a big old.
Did you
truck,
go over a curb?
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Dude,
I
I
was-
don't know why the fuck I couldn't.
You're like that fucking.
Fucking
That
I was
thing
like that.
made of concrete. That's
That.
a slab.
That
So hey.
thing, you know?
Could we pause this real quick?
What?
No, this thing.
Yeah.
After that one,
Oh, that one's still going, isn't it? Huh?
Yeah.
fuck it. You know what?
Let's just end it.
Interesting story. It goes off of mine. We'll go back to my insurance story. Pause this bitch real quick. Hey guys, I'm sorry. We're new.
We're just figuring it out.
Thanks to fucking viewing. Don't mind if you drink. I appreciate you guys. These guys, I'm sure they do.
Oh, definitely.
Oh hell yeah, definitely.
We're going to take a cigar break. We're going to take a piss break. We're going to take shit. Fuck it. We'll see you in a second.
We're coming back.